want on us, we will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Well, life to you may be different from life to me. The way I see life most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is Eshman. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday and on Wednesday and on Thursday. Eshman will be waiting for you.
Hey guys, my name is SHINA OYINLOLA, and I'm trying to let you know that Abntv do live stream events. Do you have any event coming up? Do you want somebody to do that for you? Live stream your event either to your own portal or to Abntv Direct. Call on us now. 346-426-5650. 346-426-5650. We'll be glad to help you out. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening. Well, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'm always happy to be here knowing that you're there watching. It's such a beautiful thing to know that I'm not alone. And it's always a wonderful thing to know that I am doing my best to be a positive force in the society. And I'm so glad that you're on my side. Thank you very much for all your comments, the contributions. Those of you that called a check on us after the shows, I really appreciate you. Thank you for making it a journey that is worth the while. And honestly, I cannot thank you enough. To those of you sitting right now because you want to enjoy the program, I appreciate you and I thank you. However, I always want us to do more. This is a family show. This is just not my show. It is your show. It's everybody's show. We just want to be positive in the society. We just want to do the right thing. And the more you spread this, the better. And so I would encourage you. Call someone, encourage someone, Call your partners, your children, your loved ones. Sit together and watch this show. Those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, you can always send a link, share it. Listen, it's all about having things rightly done in families. We just want homes to be happy. We just want people to live happily ever after. That's not too much to ask for. So please do spread this and let it get to as many people as possible. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I really want to appreciate you and I want to thank you for being a part of the show. Domestic violence is a major problem in our society, and I'm sure as you speak, someone somewhere is killing someone in the name of love. It really doesn't have to be that way. Honestly, love shouldn't turn out to be a thing of pain. Love that started with smiles shouldn't end with crying and tears. I do believe that there are other ways of expressing ourselves rather than going physical or destroying one another. It shouldn't ever get that bad. Now, the truth of the matter is that we don't even hear of what people go through until a major damage has been done. Maybe someone has been killed, maimed, or otherwise. That's when we hear the big news. The truth is that there's so many things that lead to it. Those little things that lead to domestic violence are the things that I like to talk about on this show, so that if those things are knocked off the way, then we have less and less of domestic violence in the society. I know we cannot fully eradicate it, but the more we reduce it, the better for everyone. And so you must do your best to make sure that people hear of these things so that everybody can do the right things in the society. Make sure your relationship works. Do everything to make it work. Hey, if you have to beg, beg. If you have to spend money, spend money. If you have to call on others to step in, call on others to step in. Just make sure it works. However, if the journey is too tough for both of you to continue, by all means, go your separate ways. It is better you live long as a single parent than to die young in the name of love. All right, again, don't forget, do everything to make it work. Now, whichever way you see life, I personally believe that every day is a good day. And that is the truth. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Whatever it is, it could be worse. And so whatever you've gone through in the day, come on, it is still a good day. Tomorrow will be better. I know there is no need regretting. There is no need crying. Come on, get up and challenge yourself. It's been a good day. Again, tomorrow will be better. That I know. This program has been brought to you by BSA Procurement and Logistics, a wonderful partner when it comes to shipping needs. Now, may I quickly remind you, to those of you that move cars to and fro, the fastest and the best agent that could help you move your cars to and fro internationally will be BSA Procurement and Logistics. Not only do they move your cars for you, they also will move the spare parts for you. And to those of you living abroad and you've been asked to buy some spare parts, you don't need to travel. Just pick your call. Call BSA Procurement and Logistics. Give them your specifications and they will get those things to your doorsteps. What a wonderful agent that is. Pick your phone today and call them. You will see the phone numbers and the addresses during the advert. Now, don't forget, shipping is done every Thursday by BSA Procurement and Logistics. Every Thursday they ship to Nigeria, and every Thursday they ship from Nigeria. Most of the time, shipping takes between 7 to 10 business days. What else are you waiting for? You already have the solution. Just pick your phone and call, and you surely will never regret that you did so. Yesterday, we started on the topic love and obsession. We're trying to find the difference between the two. And we said so much about how good love is, and we also talked about obsession, partners that are obsessed with one another. And we concluded that obsession is actually not love. It may look like love, but it is to the extreme when you don't even have a breathing space and your partner is choking on you, wants to know everything about you. Tonight, we're going to take it a step further, and we'll be discussing what to do with an obsessed partner. Now, I need you to listen very well because what you hear, what you learn, will be useful for you and to some other people. All right, don't forget, tonight we're discussing what to do with an obsessed partner. But I will go on a quick break, and when I come back, we will hit the ground running. I would encourage you to get your phones beside you because it is what you and I will discuss together tonight. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist.
Glory of God African Food Store, your one-stop grocery shop for a wide variety of international products such as momo, asa fish, mangala, stockfish,
Akamogogi, and African bread,
and various food and soup condiments. Our products are always fresh, conveniently available, and professionally packed. Our store is known for its professional, quick and express service. Come visit us today at the Glory of God African Food Store. We are located at
127198 Bison Street, Houston, Texas
77099. Call us today on
281-498-7747.
our customer service, always on point.
Glory of God African Food.
And Lord of Lords, oh, so great you are, doing marvelous things. Oh, everything written about you. Yeah.
I love you, thank you, Jesus. I love you.
Sunrise African Supermarket has been in existence for a while now with everyday 5-star rating. All our customers love one-stop shopping experience. Come, see and buy your groceries with us. Sunrise African Supermarket, 12639 Bison Street, Houston, Texas 77099. Open Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sundays. Telephone 346-400-7772. Sunrise African Supermarket. Come, see and buy your groceries with us.
Need to get somewhere fast and at a reasonable price? You need Tigo. You can be confident your driver will be courteous and professional. Tigo is super budget friendly, even for students and low-income workers. Tigo is convenient. Book your ride, pay, and tip your driver all in the app. Tigo, the ride-sharing company with a difference. Download the Tigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Are you in Houston area and you need luxury style space, beautiful and elegant? Chairs, tables, furnitures, Asian design, high stage for celebrants, large free garage parking for guests, Wets Block Event Hall is all you need. Weddings, receptions, conference, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, rehearsal dinners, corporate meetings, trade shows, fashion shows, album or book launches. You can design and decorate any special event. Free appointment for a free quote. Check us out 7636 Allen Drive, Suite A115, Houston, Texas 77036, or 5711 Ecroft Avenue, Suite A1A, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 832-351-0993, 713-969-0362. westblog@gmail.com or at www.westblog.com. Planning, decorations, and distinction in style. Think Westblog for your next.
Welcome back. Now, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'm so glad that you're there. All right. At the point, I will open up the phone lines and I will expect us to discuss this matter together. Now, the topic facing us tonight, and I want us to really look at it, what to do with obsessed partners, or how to handle obsessed partners. Obsession, to some people, you may think it's positive, but no, it is the extreme. You must have heard that word before, that too much of everything is bad. As good as love is, if it is too much, it turns bad. Even water that it's good, I mean, adds a lot of value to life. If it is too much, it is bad. Just about anything in life, if there's too much of it, it turns bad. Love is beautiful. Love is good. Everybody desires to be loved, and everybody loves to love. But when it turns to obsession, when the love is given too much to the extreme and it turns to obsession, then it is not good. You need to check it up immediately. Now, there are victims in the game of love, and that's the truth. When we say there are victims, one loves, but the love from the other party is not normal. It is something that is beyond what should happen. If you're in a situation where you're not free to associate, you're not free to do your own thing, of course there must be limitations to everything, but as adults generally, there must be some level of freedom. If this freedom has been taken away from you in the name of love, then that love is not love. It has become an obsession. And so there must be ways of handling people showing you that are too obsessed towards you. There must be ways. Otherwise, you're going to live a frustrated life for the rest of your life. We do not encourage anybody to live a frustrated life because it can lead to a lot of things. And we do not ever encourage physical violence at all. You must never get involved in it because it's just not good. So as never to get to the level of physical violence, some things must be checked. If there is an obsession, it has to be checked. Now, the things I'm going to be giving you tonight may not sound too good, but then what do? You can live your life like you're living in a coffin. You understand? You can't even turn. They're asking you, why are you turning? You can't say hello. They're asking you why you're saying hello. I mean, you can be an adult and someone is marking time for you. You understand? And you have to explain yourself to another adult why you're 5 minutes late to the house. You know, these are ridiculous things that you may think are not happening, but I can confirm that they are happening. And so we need to rescue people that are in this kind of situation, and that is why your calling is extremely important. All right, so how do you handle obsessed partners? I'll quickly go into it, and a few minutes time I'm going to be opening up the phone lines. There are many things I don't know that you know. Please call in, let's share it. Hey, there is someone listening to you, and your contribution may be helping a soul. Your contribution may be saving a life tonight, and that's the truth. This work that we're doing together, we can't afford to stop it. We can't afford not to do it, because there are people that really need to hear the right words so that they can take the right decisions. So I will be talking to the victims tonight, or I'll be talking to people that really need help tonight on this kind of a thing. And I will not be the only one talking. My viewers, please, let's talk together about what people can do. When you have a partner that is too obsessed, how do you handle it? First and foremost, if you're not married to this person, it's actually simple. If you're not married to someone yet, and he has to teleguide every step that you take, and he has to take it to the extreme, like we said yesterday, as much as sending someone to monitor your movement. Hey, look, if there's anything, any rule about marriage, what you see while you're dating is what you're going to see when you're married. As a matter of fact, it's going to be worse off. So if someone is already monitoring you so much, not giving you a gap, not giving you a breather while you're dating, he won't change when you're married. If you're not married to that person, the golden rule is this. And I would tell you, I know you love the person, it's good, but that person probably will not do you any good later in future. Your best bet is to leave now when you can. What do I mean by leaving now? The most dangerous man to be with is a man that is truly and fully obsessed with you. He can't just stand you doing any other thing apart from what he can see and what he can watch. He takes care of you. Don't make the mistake. He buys you stuff. He gives you money. He makes sure that everything in the house is available. But when it comes to you associating with other people, no, he doesn't want it. He can kill for it. When it comes to him not being comfortable when you're not within his vicinity, that's not something that is healthy. That's a man that needs to seek a therapy or counseling. Are you getting it now? So if you're just dating, look, I recommend, nothing is by force. And that's the sincere truth. But the recommendation is, if you're just dating, it is time for you to take a walk. And when you're taking a walk, you need to be very careful, because someone that's truly obsessed with you has something on his mind. If he can't have you, nobody will. And so you may be putting yourself in a very dangerous hand, and you need to find a way to work out in such a way that you will be safe. Now, anyone that is crazy about you, and I'm using the word crazy, interchanging it for obsession. Anyone that is so crazy about you, you need to be very careful, because that's a very delicate game. All right. Of course, walking away is about a very good solution when you are not married yet to that person. But then when you're walking away, make sure you're doing it in such a way that you're not rubbing it on his face. If you have to leave town for such a person, leave town. I know what I'm saying. Go down, go Google, go find out the histories of those that have been killed in the name of love. Most of the time, this killing is born out of serious obsession. And so if you found yourself in that kind of a game, if you're still dating the person and you cannot cope with that level of obsession, if it is to the extreme, if it is too much, please walk out. Walk out of it. Why? Because it is choking you. And if you don't walk out, you probably will not enjoy it. You will not enjoy it because you can't even move out. You can't even talk to somebody else. You can't even make calls. You can't even chat. You can't even go to parties by yourself. You can't even go into work. There is monitoring when you're closing vis-a-vis when you're getting home. So that's not the kind of life you want to live for the rest of your life. So I only said that to those that are not married yet. If you find out that your partner is like that, can you still love this person? Oh yes, you can. But then there has to be a change. This person has to go through some therapies where you will apparently see that some changes have occurred. But staying with someone that is so obsessed may be dangerous for you, may be dangerous to those that are around you. And before I go to those that are married, let me quickly say one more thing to those that are not married. I said it in passing, but let me emphasize on it. If you are moving out of this person, find a way in such a way that this person would not even see you at all. You're not living your life in bondage, but you're just trying to save your life. Never go into another relationship under his nose. That will really provoke him, because like I said, he has a mind that if he can't have you, nobody will, nobody should. So if you're going to be entering another relationship, let it not be under his nose. Walk away as far as possible. That way, he does not see you so much. He does not hear from you so much. After a while, he will forget about you. Time will make him forget about you. But you're stepping out of a relationship from an obsessed person, and you're flaunting your new relationship in front of him. A lot of things could happen. Now, if you're married to him, it's another ball game entirely. It's actually not so easy to say, take a walk. No. So what are the things that you can do? I'm going to be opening up the phone lines very soon so that you can suggest your thing. You can tell me your experiences or what you've heard or what you think they can do if someone is too obsessed. I gave some examples yesterday, but the one that is really tough is the man that will write down the mileage of the car when he's going to work, and he will compare the mileage to the new mileage when he comes back from work, expecting the wife to explain what has happened, where she has been to. Now, if you have to advise someone in that kind of a situation, what will you say? What will you do? How can people get out of situations like that, particularly now that they are married? So if you're already married, there are various steps that you can take. It's not easy for me to just say, walk away, because now your bond is stronger. You're married now. But then he's so obsessed with you that you cannot even move your finger by yourself. You understand? So what are the things that you're going to be doing? I would start explaining all those things, but let me quickly open the phone line so that you can call in and contribute to the show. 346-426-5650. I'll say that one more time. 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. One more time. 336-456-3800. All right. The phone lines are opened, and I'll be expecting you to call in so that we can have this show together. We're talking about how to handle partners that are really obsessed with you. What do you do? Are you encouraging that live with it? No, just live with it. Enjoy it. Or you have some recommendations. All right. So I'm talking to those that are married now, because it's not easy to say just walk out of your marriage like that. Now, if your husband or your wife, or as the case may be, is so obsessed in such a way that you can't cope, there are a few steps you can take. One, do your best to cooperate. Now, if he's naturally an obsessive person, do your best to cooperate. In other words, sincerely, when you close from work, and I had to say this to someone for real, and she had come to me to complain about the husband always monitoring her moves, always trying to look at where it normally should take you 45 minutes to get home from work. How come it's taking you 55 minutes? And sometimes this lady would close late. So I said to her, just before you leave the office, use the office number to call him. At least he knows, hey, this is because you're married. I can't easily say walk away. So I would say, use the phone number of the office to call him. At least he knows that time you're calling from the office number. Let him know you're just about to leave the office. Hey, if that is the kind of partner that you have to go home straight. You just have to. If you must stop at the shopping center, you needed to shop, well, I'm sorry. That's the kind of life that you've given yourself. I don't know what you're going to do. You probably have to video call him at the store. just for him to know that you're there. Hey, it is not a life that is interesting, but it's not easy for me to tell you to walk away. You have to do everything to make it work. Like I keep saying every day, you have to do everything to make your relationship work. If it does not work eventually, it is highly understood. So when you close from the office, if that is your kind of partner, please go straight home. As a matter of fact, if you can delay your shopping for another time, delay it. But if you really must shop, yes, stop at the shopping center, but make sure you're putting a call through. Particularly, an average man is more comfortable, of course, when they don't trust you, it's more comfortable seeing you on the video than, oh, yeah, you are the stuff for real. Oh, yeah. Then he will talk to you till you get to the cashier, till you get to the car. And when you get to the car, that's when he says goodbye. It's not because he loves you. He's just obsessed. And that will lead to distrust. Are you getting it now? So you have a lot of work to do if that's your partner. Again, tonight, don't leave me alone doing all the talking by myself. All right, 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. I'll be expecting you to call in so that we can discuss these things together. So my number one point is that you must let him understand your moves. Call from work. If you can use the office phone to call him, it's better. All right, that way his mind is at rest that, okay, yes, you're just leaving the office. If you have to stop over at all anywhere, I would recommend that you go straight home. But if you have to stop at all, please, you have to call. Again, I am not saying it's an interesting life, but that is the kind of life that you have gotten yourself now that you're married to this person. All right, number two, avoid him as much as possible. What am I saying? If you're living in the same house, yes, because you're married, but please don't be on his way most of the time. You know why? Even when your cousins call, he has a problem with it. Not because you're doing the wrong thing, but because his mind is filled with the fact that, yes, how do I know who is calling her? Who is calling her? How come he's calling you at this time? So if you can tell your cousins and to call you at a time that he's not there, or your other friends, I guess it's better, because for every time he's near you and you're making a call and you have to explain yourself, no, that's terrible, that's hard, that's bad, that's too much for a lady to bear. And gentlemen watching me, if that is your lifestyle, you got to change. You can't continue to put your lady in bondage. When you demand all the time for her to explain why she had to stop over at the store, who she's talking to, look, that's not the best way to show love. No, you've stepped away from the bounds of love. You've moved to somewhere else. And so, again, I'm still talking to those of you that are victims of these kind of relationships. I said, number one, let him know your every step from your work to your house. Number two, as much as possible, avoid. What do I mean by avoid? There are many calls that you probably just have to suspend. Even the people, except, men like that will be happy when you're beside them and you're making a call and you're putting the phone on speaker. Hey, again, I keep emphasizing, it is a kind of life that you have put yourself into. It's not an enjoyable thing, no, but then it's very difficult for me to tell you just walk out of your relationship, just like that when you're already married to him. Number three thing that you have to do, but this is very delicate, you have to find a way to do it in such a way that you do not provoke. Number three thing that you have to do, talk to him about it. Let him know that you're not feeling free. Let him know that it's choking you. Look, you're an adult. You can't continue to take everything hook, line, and sinker. If you don't speak out to him, he will never know that what he's doing is wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these people are very nice. Oh, yes, very nice. They can do virtually anything for you. And they believe they are showing obsession because they love you. But you know that any love that is choking you, oh man, then that love is likely to kill you. So if you don't say it, they may forever think that they're doing the right thing, and they may not see it as anything wrong. If someone is doing that to you, you can't continue to keep that to yourself. Have a discussion with them. Let them know. Let them know that, look, you are an adult. And at that point, let them know that if they don't trust you, then there is no point for that union anymore. You're working somewhere. You're getting somewhere. You can't just walk away. Because when you walked away, if you walked away rather without explaining, then it will have a lot of complaints. You will have to tell people that you just walked away. So before we start talking of walking away at all, you have to have a one-on-one with him. You have to talk about it. Let him know how difficult it is for you to have to explain to your colleagues why you have to run home as soon as you close. Sometimes people in offices have this chatting moment, and guess what? Some chats are so interesting it could even take you extra 1 hour before you get into your car. Let your partner know that you're a free person. Hey, but please don't betray the trust at any point. Let them understand that you're there and you're faithful to them. Let them understand that they can't continue to embarrass you by monitoring every move of yours. Let them understand that the fact that they are free to talk to people, you are also free to talk to people. But please pledge your loyalty. Please pledge your faithfulness to them. Let them know that you're faithful, you're loyal to them. If you don't talk about it, they will never see it as wrong. Don't forget, I told you, point number one, let them know every step of yours till you get home. If you have to stop over, call and make sure sometimes put on video. Number two, I told you if you can avoid them, please avoid. Avoid in the sense that, hey, just limit the calls. Because those things truly provoke them and it could lead to some other things. Number three, I said, please talk about it. If you have talked about it and it's not working, you need to seek counseling. You need to talk to a psychologist. You need to talk to professionals rather. Professionals that can tell you what to do and what not to do. This is a battle, I'm sorry, particularly if you're a lady, you cannot fight the battle of obsession by yourself. When someone is beginning to stalk you, oh, no. It's stalking you all over. You can't fight it by yourself. Now, if you've gone to counseling and it's not working, we're getting there, hey, and that is not working, it's still doing it, then you probably have to inform the authorities just before you move away. Now, someone that is watching your every move is endangering your life. If you have a partner that is watching every move of yours, that's really dangerous for you. Because on the day that you're hugging your friend because it's his birthday and they saw you, they could misinterpret that to be anything and they could do and undo. Now, anyone that is that obsessed has a lot of venom in him, hoping that you just don't fall into the trap. If you fell into the trap, you may not escape it. And so you can't afford to keep quiet. If someone is talking on you, that is a problem for the police to know. Yes, I know this person is your partner. I understand that you're enjoying the program, but then your contribution is highly welcome. Whether you agree or disagree, it's fine. Pick your phone and let's start calling in 346-426-5650, 336-456-3800. Now, you've done everything. You've tried to be straight, you've tried to call, you've tried to talk to him, you've tried to go for counseling, you led him to counseling as well, you spoke to professionals, and it's not stopping. Your life is very important to you because anyone that is watching you when you do a wrong thing, or you did something that looked wrong, they will not take it lightly. So you need to let the authorities know the kind of person that you are involved with. Ultimately, if there is no change at all, then I'm sorry. You may not like it. I'm sorry. The relationship can't continue. Why? Because your freedom has been taken away from you. Why are you in a relationship that you're not free? I mean, I'm not saying free to do wrong stuff. I'm not saying free to roam about with other people and dating other people while you're in a relationship. No. That's not the kind of freedom I'm talking about. But freedom as an adult to associate. Freedom as an adult to make calls. Freedom as an adult to stop over sometimes even when you're coming from the office. Freedom for you to talk to people you want to talk to. And so if that freedom has been taken away from you, my friend, you need to think of taking a walk. When you have done all these things, there's still so many other points that we're still going to be talking about. I just want every home to hear this tonight so that the issue of domestic violence is totally reduced. But I will go on a very quick break right now. When I come back, I'll pick your calls. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide.
Àánú Olúwa African Store níbi tí a ti ń ta oúnjẹ Áfíríkà lóníkan òjọ̀kan, iṣu, ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀, èlùbọ́, gààrí tọ́kan tó wọ̀nyí, ẹja tútù, ẹja gbígbẹ, pọ̀nmọ́, panla, ẹ̀fọ́ lóríṣiríṣi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la ní àwọn ohun èròjà inú ọbẹ̀ tiwantiwa tó pójú owó, epo pupa, tìmáàtì, atarodo, sọ̀m̀bọ̀, tàǹtàṣé, irú, ògìrì, àwọn ìrẹsì tiwantiwa. Bó ń fẹ́ ọ̀fadà, ó rí níbẹ̀. Àánú Olúwa African Store. Wọ́n ń bá ní ṣe oúnjẹ, tẹ́ ẹ bá ní ṣíṣe. Oúnjẹ wọn dùn, ó pójú owó. Wọ́n ń ṣe home delivery fún ẹni tí ó bá lè wá. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó ń fẹ́ ra àwọn ohun èlò ẹwà ara tàbí ohun èlò ẹwà orí obìnrin, báàgì léwọ́, weave-on, jewelry, bàtà, aṣọ Áfíríkà. Wọ́n ń ṣe ẹwà irun orí fún àwọn obìnrin. Gbogbo ohun èròjà tí ẹbí rẹ nílò ni wọ́n ń tà níbẹ̀. Bó jẹ́ tọkùnrin, bó jẹ́ tobìnrin, àti tàwọn èwe pẹ̀lú. Àánú Olúwa African Store wà ní number 4917 Highway 36 South Suite B, Rosenborg, Texas 77471. Tí ẹ bá ń fẹ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé, ẹ pè Janet lórí aago torun 832-858-6453 tàbí 832-858-6455. Máa gbénú Amẹ́ríkà ló nǹkan Áfíríkà. Àánú Olúwa African Store ló nìyẹn, ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé.
Without auto insurance, do you know the time and money you'll spend if you're caught? Why risk it? At Aegis Insurance, we have several insurance carriers to tailor your specific needs. We offer low rates on liability starting from $38 a month. For a 2-vehicle, $65 a month. No driver's license, no problem. We accept Texas IDs, passports, international driver's license, and expired driver's license. Pay 3 months in advance and save 20% on auto insurance. We offer discounts for switching over to Aegis, as well as good student discounts. Buy by phone, pay by phone. It's just that simple. It's our job to meet your needs when no one else can. So don't get caught driving without auto insurance. The law requires you to have liability. Call Aegis Insurance today for a free quote and start saving money.
Being at number one in authentic African cuisine has made us not to stop dishing out the best to our customers. Check out some of our delicacies in African food today. We also cater for both indoor and outdoor parties. Finger Licking Restaurant 2.0. Check our all-day coffee tea spots out. Open on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We deliver with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grub Up. Finger Licking 2.0, 9817A, Houston Street, Houston, Texas, 77036. Telephone 713-270-7070. Come for an authentic African cuisine. Welcome. This is God's Glory Enterprises, where you get goods in both wholesale and retails. Gari, elubo, egusi, ubiabata. Snails, ulinkuli, ugi baba, both white and yellow. shredded stockfish, iruwuru, and many more. God's Glory Enterprises, 17130 Bishna Street, Suite 8, Houston, Texas, 77083. Open from 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Telephone 713-501-4910. Check out our clothing and cosmetics items, which is also at cheaper rate. God's Glory Enterprises, your neighbor African foods and clothing depots.
Jesus, 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 there is no other name.
You're welcome back. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and this program is brought to you by BSA Procurement and Logistics. All right, we'll be looking at the best ways to handle an obsessed partner. And we've said it severally that love is good, yes, but when there's too much of it, it becomes a problem. Now, someone that is obsessed on you is all over you, will not want you to do anything outside their vicinity. And that's not a healthy relationship. However, there are some people that actually don't mind. All right. So that's why I need to hear from you so that we can have it from different views. Or do you want to think that that's actually love when this person is trying to protect you? And that's what they would always say, though. Those that are truly, seriously, abnormally obsessed with you, you know, they would always sound like they're just trying to protect you. Is it protection where your partner cannot even have a life of their own? You understand? They want to know everything about you. They want to know your friends. They want to limit your friends. They want to, you know, direct you, instruct you, command you, control you. So the last thing I said is, if you've done everything and it's not working, you probably have to move away. Now, before you move away, you need to let the authority know. Why? Because someone that is seriously obsessed, and this also goes to those that are not married, someone that is seriously obsessed with you is saying only one thing all the time. If I can't have her, nobody will. And that's a statement of those that are going for the kill. You need to let someone know what this person is to you. Now, he has not done anything wrong, in quotes, in the face of the law, if he would stop. But then, if you don't let the authority know and something happens to you, nobody may ever understand. Now, this will now lead us to another thing which we'll discuss a lot more. A lot of people are afraid to talk to the authorities about problems like this. Why? I know you know this person, I know you like this person, but you see the danger signs that this person really cannot do anything, doesn't want you rather to do anything outside their vicinity. And when they see you with someone, they feel so threatened, and the way they react, this will always lead to violence. Look, 9 out of 10. It will always lead to violence. And that is why you cannot afford to keep quiet about it. We do have a call, and let's make the call real quick, and we'll go back to what we're discussing. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Good evening. My name is Benga, and I'm calling from New York.
Oh, Benga. Good evening. All right. Yes, quickly, Benga, what do you have to say about what we're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, the whole obsession thing, I've never really been a fan. I've not experienced it, and I don't think anybody close to me has really experienced it like that. But I've seen a lot of it in the movies, and I understand how dangerous it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'll just say you've said almost everything right to my own perspective of this thing. You know, it is not a small thing. It is something that I think is borderline criminal.
Yes, you're right.
So it's something I think the authorities need to know about, you know, for your own safety. And I don't condone it at any level of relationship, even marriage, it's a taking time bomb for even married people. Someone who is obsessed needs some sort of mental evaluation.
I think so. I think so too. But yes. Benga, is it easy for a partner to report a partner to the authorities? Is it easy? How can they go about it?
It's not easy, but for safety of both people, it's very important. If you have conversant with the news these days, we have a lot of things that are similar to this flying around. And
that's true.
So these are things that, for everybody's safety, you have to, at some point, you have to involve authorities about it. That's my own perspective about this. We had something similar in the news this week or earlier this week, and if you listen to a lot of these things, if you watch a lot of movies, a lot of true crime, you understand it is a very, very serious issue out here. Stalking, all of that stuff is very dangerous. It's something you need to protect yourself a lot from. So in this case, I don't think there's any compromise from my own perspective. You find out you're dating someone who is stalking you, these are all red flags, or you're married to the person as well. The person needs some sort of help at some degree. It's not something you can do by yourself. So you have to report it to the appropriate authorities, be it the mental health, be it the police, whatever it is, for both your safety and the safety of others as well.
Benga, I need you to know that a lot of people are listening to you right now, and sincerely speaking, you're actually helping someone with what you're saying. But I needed to advise my friend, and it is true. She told me, almost in tears when she was telling me, it would take her normally about 45 minutes to get home from work. If she made it home within 1 hour or after the 45 minutes, she's questioned by her husband. As per, how come it's taking you 10 minutes extra to get home? What do you advise her? Look, Benga, I don't know what to say. It's disturbing, but what can you tell her to do?
Any rational thinking human being would understand that these are normal things, So anybody that's questioning you about things like this, you shouldn't be in that kind of relationship in the first place, If it's at that point now, it's only going to keep getting worse. As time and age goes on, and then you won't even live a peaceful and happy life. I don't think it is worth it. I don't think it is worth it. A person has to seek help. The person involved has to admit himself or some sort of therapy or help. And if it's not working, it might be time to part ways. Till the person actually does himself some good. That's a problem. Right. These are rational things. These are things that everybody should understand. There's no reason why you should be taking the time in the first place. So these are big problems. These are not small problems. They're actually big problems that will lead to bigger things eventually.
All right. Benga, I really appreciate you. Thank you so very much for calling, and I hope to hear from you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Have a good night, bro. Yeah. Thank you, Benga. That's a very good point. And while we begin to wind down gradually, hey, this is a huge problem. I know I've said it and have a lot of smiles on my face, but there are people that are going through these issues. And advising from this side of the divide may be easy, but what they are going through, we have another call. I'll pick that call real quick before I make my point. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from? Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me? All right. Well, we lost that call. So if you ever find yourself in this kind of a situation, it is not something that you can fight alone. When someone is stalking you, when someone is all about you or sending people to monitor your movement, you need to speak to someone. Look, you may not like it, the sound of what I'm going to say. Your life is in danger, all right? Again, this person believes that he loves you, but it's almost a mental case. You need help. You need to talk to professionals. You need to seek counseling. And if all those things are not working, you need to speak to the authority. You need to let them know. Look, you are not doing a bad thing by trying to protect your own life. Please do everything to guide your life. There are people that love you. There are children that you have. They don't want to cry. They don't want to lose you. Your parents don't want to lose you. Now, why are we saying this? This will always lead to domestic violence if it's not well handled. And so when you have a partner that is so obsessive about you, you can't. We have this. I just picked this last call before we go tonight. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from? Good evening.
My name is Ola. I'm calling from Texas.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Ola.
Hi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
First, I just want to say thank you so much, Eshman. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
And this is a very wonderful topic. So this topic kind of brings me to a self-check, and I think I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So for me, my understanding is that there's a thin line between love and obsession. So I've been in a situation where, because of the past history of my partner for cheating, right?
Yes.
I'd once put a recorder in this person's car. Would you say that is obsession? Is that an act of obsession, or it was just a one-time thing, right? Okay. I just want to know, like, if I heard it correctly, you felt your partner was cheating, right? He had cheated in the past.
Right? And you needed to clarify that.
Yes.
All right. Ola, I really appreciate this call of yours. I'm going to be answering you, and I will tell you what I'm going to be doing. But for right now, I appreciate you calling. Thank you so very much. Just listen out to what I'm going to say, okay? Thank you, Ola. Ola, I appreciate you, and I really, that's a very, very big question that I will not fully trash tonight. You needed to be secured. You needed to confirm if your partner was cheating. Putting a recorder in his car just to hear his conversation with other people, maybe going a bit overboard. Ola, if you suspect your partner is cheating and it is something that you cannot handle, all right, please talk to him about it. If you cannot handle it, it is better you go off. What if he saw that recorder? How do you think he would take it? He probably will see you almost like an enemy. Again, like I said, I cannot fully trash this tonight. And I promise you, Ola, this is exactly where I'll be starting on tomorrow. I will advise you on that tomorrow. But thank you so very much. That's a very touchy one. It's very personal, and I promise we will talk fully about it tomorrow. Well, I want to appreciate all of you that listened out tonight. It's a wonderful topic. It's a wonderful show. It's a family show. Don't keep it to yourself. Those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, please share. All right. Like you heard, Ola, that's a very personal thing. Benga, thank you for calling as well. All right. I've not been the only one at the studio tonight, as always. It's always a very happy moment when I'm here. I'm telling you. And I don't like the fact that time goes so fast. Hey, don't ask. I'm not going to extend it beyond 1 hour. All right. It's been wonderful talking. And apart from that, those in the studio tonight working with me, I really appreciate you. Georgina Bracco, thank you very much. She knows so much about the camera. In case you don't know, it's not just one camera here. There's so many cameras in front of me, and she has a way of combining everything together through the console. Thank you very much. Bukola Sarah, thank you so much for always going up and about, ensuring that all the commercials are well placed. Thank you very much. Of course, my personal manager, Ehiko Wecho, always making sure that I talk right, speak right, do right, dress right. I just do everything right. Thank you very much for all your hard work. And the big boss himself, SHINA, OYINLOLA, that is the executive producer. I just hope we make you proud all the time. And we thank you, SHINA, for all the good work that you do. Well, it's another night that is gone. If you are living a kind of life that someone is trailing after you, stalking you, or sending people to watch over your life, you need to have a change. You need to have a solution. You need to have a different life. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to be free. I want everybody to live their dream. But then, if your life is at stake, speak out and walk away. Tomorrow, like I said, we'll be starting from the question that Ola raised, and we will talk about it totally when your partner is cheating and you're trying to find out, are you doing a wrong thing? Are you doing a bad thing? This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. I hope when we talk again, there'll be good news in our mouth. Until then, Eshman is my humble name, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide. Good night now.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.